Hello everybody, welcome to mission 2 of Goldeneye in Japanish. Let's see here, just get straight on with it. James Bond, we've read that. Mission 1 Kangeru, part 2, I suppose. Kagaku Kojo, so you've got like chemical factory or, yeah, you know, chemical facility I suppose it's called in in English, isn't it? I don't know. Hisu Ninmu, we've read that already, which means like essential missions or objectives. A. Kenkyū area ni shinryū seyo. So Kenkyū is like research, and then Jo just means like place, so it's like, yeah, just research place. Area. Area is just their attempt at spelling the word area in katakana. Ni shinryū seyo. So I think this is like infiltrate, or to like, you know, to get into, or maybe to sneak in. It might be sneak. Shinryū. I can't even say that. Shinryū seyo. We covered the seyo, just like the kind of imperative form of suru. Kagakusha. So kagakusha. So this sha means person, basically, doesn't it? Kagakusha is like chemical people, which is a really bad translation. It means scientists, doesn't it? Kagakusha. Ni hensou shita wareware no nakama to sesshoku. So hensou, this hen means like to change, or it can mean strange or weird, but yeah. In this case it means like change, and then so is like equipment or clothing. So it means like he's disguised himself, or he's you know, he's changed himself into, you know, their equipment or whatever. So it's kind of like, yeah, kind of means disguise. Hensou. Hensou shita wareware, that was us or we, or our in this case, because we've got no after it. Wareware no nakama is like, you know, an ally, I suppose, or someone with whom, you know, you have a relationship, or it can be like friend or your contemporaries or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's like our teammate, isn't it? To sesshoku. So sesshoku just means like to make contact. It means like, yeah, but I suppose it literally means contact. This kanji on the right here means to touch, and this kanji on the left means to kind of connect. So it's like to, yeah, sesshoku, make contact with. So we've got, yeah, make contact with our sort of teammate, with our teammate who has disguised himself as a scientist. 006 to goryū seyo. This means like rendezvous. Goryū seyo. Not much to say on that really. Kagaku tanku, chemical tank. Wo kanzen ni hakai seyo. So kanzen ni just means like totally, completely. So it's like completely destroy the chemical tanks. And then what's this? Kagakusha no higai wo saishogen ni. Pretty crazy. So this is like scientist injury or damage, I suppose. So scientist casualties or scientist fatalities. Wo saishogen ni. I'm gonna. This means like most, doesn't it? Most, and then this is small, and then gen is like a limit. So it basically means to, like, you know, keep scientist casualties down to an absolute minimum, basically, doesn't it? Saishogeni. Although it doesn't have a verb to say to do that. It just basically says scientist casualties to a limit. It doesn't say keep them to a minimum. It doesn't say, you know, there's no verb with it, but it's very implied, of course. You don't need it in Japanese, it seems. Kagakusha no higai wo saishogen ni. Next one. So we've got this again. Stage Heikei. Kagaku heiki koujou ni haittara sugu ni kagaku tanku shitsu e tomukai. Soshite main tanku ni bakudan wo setchi seneba naranai. So we've got some kind of uncommon forms here. We've got Kagaku Heiki, which we've discussed was like chemical weapons. Kojo, facility. Ni haittara, so like upon entering. Haittara. So this sort of tara at the end can mean like if you do this, or it can sort of mean once you have done this. Yeah, probably if is kind of a bit of an uncommon translation of this, to be honest. It's more like when. So once you have entered the facility, sugu ni means like immediately or directly or straight away or whatever. Kagaku tanku, yeah, chemical tank. Shitsu, that's the room. Chemical tank room. Shitsu. E to mukai. Mukau means to like head towards or to start going. And then mukai is just mukai because there's more to say after it, so it's using this kind of like what's the word? It's using this sort of conjugation so that the sentence can continue on afterwards. Also this e to, it basically means e. I don't know why they put this to on the end, but basically it's just another way of saying e. Towards or to or whatever. I've heard it in a song. It was is it Momen no Handkerchief or something? It's like Koibito yo boku wa tabidatsu higashi e to mukau resha de. Anyway, that's where I sort of most remember the eto thing. Is like higashi e to mukau resha de. It's probably it might even be kind of used most commonly with mukau, or maybe even only ever used with mukau. I don't know. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Let's go on. Soshite, then main tank ni bakudan wo, that's bomb or mine in this case. We've got like remote mines, haven't we? So it's like an exploding what's the word? Exploding ammunition or bomb, bakudan. Exploding like shell, exploding exploding bullet, I suppose, but it's obviously it just means bomb. Bakudan wo sechi, that just means to like stick to or to set, I suppose. So rather than set, they've chosen to say sechi this time for some reason. Sechi seneba naranai. Yeah, this is just a kind of a slightly strange, not even strange, but yeah, slightly uncommon form of saying shinakereba naranai, which just means must. It's like, it kind of means like, if you don't do this, then, you know, it's hard to translate, but basically this just means you must do it. Like, it's almost like you cannot not do it. Sort of thing. Maybe that's a better translation, but yeah. Shinakereba naranai. In this case, they've gone seneba naranai, which is the same, but just a slightly less common form. Maybe a bit rougher sounding. I don't know. Anyway, ninmu chu. So in the middle of the mission or during the mission. Gunji hin igai no hakai wa. What is this? Kyoku ryoku? Sakeru you ni to no irai ga seifu kara deteiru. Good lord, I'm going to have to look up that Kyoku ryoku, I think. Oh wow. kyoku ryoku, to the utmost, to the best of one's ability. Alright, let's start translating it. So we've got ninmuchu during the mission, gunjihin. So this is kind of just like military equipment, military goods, military products, military stuff. Gunjihin igai. So this means like outside of this stuff. So anything other than the military equipment or goods or whatever. Not hakai, the destruction of any military goods outside of, anything outside of the military goods. Wa kyoku ryoku sakeru yoni. As best as you can, avoid. Sakeru is to like avoid. So what, like avoid doing it as best as you can. Yoni. Sakeru yoni. Oh man, that form. Yoni. It sort of means like so that. So it's like so that yoni. Does it mean so that? Yeah, it kind of does. It's hard to translate, and also I'm not very good at translating, so it's like doubly hard. Ninmuchu, gunjihin igai no hakai wa kyoku ryoku sakeru yoni. Yeah, so it's kind of like we've been asked that you do so that you avoid doing damage as best as you can, sort of thing, as much as you can. I don't know, man. It probably doesn't even need translation. Just be aware that this yoni kind of often comes at the end of like requests or advice or like kind of like take care or whatever. Yeah, something yoni shite kudasai or ki o tsukete kudasai or whatever. Anyway, I won't go on about it for too long. To no irai ga. So irai is like a request or a request basically. It's like we've been requested that you avoid doing damage or whatever. Seifu kara deteiru. So from the government. Like there is a request has been like issued almost sort of thing. A request is out from the government, kind of something like that, I suppose. Kagakusha nado ni mo higai wo dasanai yoni. So this is scientist, as we said, nado ni. So nado is like etc. So the scientists and so on. Nimo, like that just, that just is a particle that includes. So it's like not only all of this stuff, but also including the scientists. Take care, like not to cause damage to them, kind of thing. Pretty poorly translated, but never mind. Okay. Emmonoshile. M's instructions. Konkai wa maru maru roku, maybe. Maru meaning circle, roku meaning 6, maru maru roku. To issho ni koudou shite moraimasu. So konkai is like this time. It's kind of like, now time, this time. Together, issho ni, together with 006. Kodo, that just means like to perform, I suppose, or to operate. Kodo. Shite moraimasu. Morao is like to receive or whatever. So it's kind of like saying, I will have you work with 006. Kind of. That's kind of a literal translation, but yeah, that's sort of basically what it means. Kagaku tanku shitsu ga machiawase basho desu. Kagaku tanku. So that's chemical tank. Shitsu, the chemical tank room. Machi awase is like he's waiting there basically, isn't it? Matsu is wait. Awase is to like to meet, I suppose. So machi awase is the meeting place. Basho is place. So kagaku tanku shitsu ga, the chemical tank room, is the meeting place, sort of thing. Kagakusha ni hensou shita wareware no nakama Doku to sesshoku shi, hayaku nigeru you ni chukei suru koto. Oh no, it's not chukei, is it? Chukoku. Chukoku. Yeah, I think that's chukoku. Anyway, kagakusha, scientist, ni hensou shita, disguised. So, as a scientist, disguised as a scientist. Wareware, our nakama, ally, agent, I suppose it should be in this case, our agent. Doku, that's just his name, Doke. Doku. To sesshoku shi, contact him, make contact with him. Hayaku nigeru yo ni, so hurry up, hayaku, or quickly. Hayaku, quickly. Nigeru is like to run away or escape. Yo ni, sort of again like so that he runs away quickly. Chukoku suru koto, tell him, sort of report to him. I'll just check that word, chukoku. Advice or warning, so it's like warn him to run away. Yeah. Kagaku tanku shitsu no security door no kaidoku ki wo kare kara uketori marumaru roku no natteiru kagaku tanku shitsu e to isogi nasai. Alright. Kagaku tanku shitsu, that's the, again, chemical room, not security door. You can kind of hear what that is, can't you? Security door. Not kaidoku-ki. Kaidoku is like to, what's the word? To decipher or decode? That's what it's called in English, isn't it? Decoder. So kaidoku is like a decoder, I suppose. Or it means to decode. And then this ki is just like a piece of technology or a device. So yeah, it's a decoder, kaidoku ki. Well, kare kara, from him, uketori, get from or receive or yeah, accept from him, take from him, receive from him. Maru maru roku no matteiru kagaku tanku shitsu e to isogi nasai. So we've got no here, which just kind of connects 006 to all of this. So it's like it's kind of like the chemical tank room in which 006 is waiting. Or it's 006 is waiting. 006 is waiting chemical tank room towards isogi nasai is like to rush. Isogu is to rush, and then this is, you know, just isogi nasai in a kind of a, yeah, kind of a slightly firm kind of demand, I suppose. Isogi nasai. Sono chikaku ni wa kaji no mo nakereba utsukushii josei mo imasen kara ninmu ni shūchū dekiru deshou. Jesus. Getting thrown some shade, man. M's throwing shade at us. So it says sono chikaku ni wa, so sono is like there or that. Chikaku is like close. Niwa is just like, yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's basically like close by to that area. Excuse me. Oof. Kajino is casino. Mo nakereba, so nakereba is like there isn't. So there isn't a casino close by. And utsukushi josei. Utsukushi is beautiful. And josei is like, you know, just females basically, isn't it? So it's like beautiful women. Mo imasen kara. So this mo is just like the inclusive particle thing. So it's like there are neither casinos or beautiful women nearby. Kara is like so, or therefore, or because of all of this, because of all of the previous thing that we've just mentioned. Ninmu ni shuchu dekiru desho. Ninmu is mission. Shuchu is like to be able to concentrate or to focus. And dekiru is to be able to. And then as we discussed earlier, desho means right. It's like going right. So yeah, to translate it, it's like there's no casino or beautiful women nearby, so you should be able to focus on the mission, shouldn't you? So M's being a bit nasty. Okay, Q no jogen. Bondo. Shinju. I already doubt myself. It's Shincho, I think, actually, is it? Shincho. It is Shincho. Shincho ni kite kure. So that's just like Shincho means like, yeah, carefully or cautiously. Kite kure is just like listen to me, carefully. Itsutsu no bakudan wo 上手にセットしないと10個のタンクを壊せないぞ。Okay. 今度慎重に聞いてくれ。5つ that's just 5, isn't it? の爆弾 is bomb. を上手に so that's like well or efficiently or effectively. 上手 just means to do something well, doesn't it? セットしないと so like this is kind of like if you don't set them well. Juko, I don't know if that's Juko or Juko. It might be Juko. I'm not sure. Juko no tanku, the 10 tanks. Wo kawasenai zo. You won't be able to destroy all 10 tanks, basically. Kawasenai zo. Sore to, I guess this is like in addition. それと十分離れてから起爆させるんだ。So in addition, 十分 is just like enough, isn't it? Or a satisfactory amount, or yeah, to be enough. So it's like 十分離れて. 離れる means to like to separate from something or to yeah to depart, kind of, not depart, to make distance. It's like to get away from, isn't it? Hanareru, hanareru. So it's like you need to make enough distance, basically. Also this kara kind of places the verb after it, like way, like after the first bit. So it's like jubun hanarete kara. So first you hanareru, first you have to get far enough away. And then kibaku saserunda. You have to, that's when you blow up. You detonate the bombs, isn't it? Kibaku means to like detonate. And then saseru, saseru is like causative, isn't it? So you cause the bombs to detonate. You make them blow up, you detonate them. And yeah, I suppose this like saserunda just makes it into sort of like a bit of an order. Like if you just said saseru, it would just be kind of like present / future tense, maybe. So saserunda means it's like telling you to do that, I think. That's how I've seen it used a lot anyway. Samonai to kimi mo hidaruma ja. So samonai, I think just means like if you don't do that, or if you don't. Samonai to, if you don't. Kimi mo, you as well. Hidaruma ja. You will become like just a burning effigy, I suppose, a burning figure. So it means obviously you'll blow yourself up. Yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, you'll blow yourself up basically. Hidaruma. Maybe something worth noting about Daruma as well is I think a snowman is called Yuki Daruma, which is a human figure sort of made out of snow. So I guess you could say this is like a fireman or yeah, hidaruma, like your whole body's just kind of covered with flames or whatever. それから一度でいいから暗号解読機を壊さず持って帰ってきてくれ. Okay, cool. Excuse me. それから I suppose it's like maybe after that? Maybe this is positioning all of this thing to be after what we've just said? Or maybe it just, again, is like in addition. I'm not too sure, but yeah. それから一度でいいから. So it's like just only one time. I'm happy with a just one time. So it's kind of implying that he never does, that James never does this, you know. It's like 一度でいいから暗号解読機. So this is like the code deciphering device. 暗号解読機を壊さず. So this means 壊す means to like break, and 壊さず means to, you know, without breaking, basically. So kind of like a negative thing. So he's saying 壊さず, so without breaking the decoder. 持ってきてくれ. So it's like hold it and return here for me, sort of thing. So it kind of basically just translates into, you know, bring it back without breaking it. Kure is kind of like a slightly yeah, it's kind of like a bit more of like a slightly less, it's a less polite way of demanding that someone do something for you. Motteki te kite kure. Bloody hell, that's quite hard to say. Motteki te kite kure. Bloody hell. Alright. いつもみたいに取り扱いが荒いと肝心な時に役に立たんぞ. So we got いつも is like always. みたいに mitai is like or as. So it's like if you do as always, and your tori atsukai, that's like your handling. Tori atsukau, your handling of objects, I suppose. If your tori atsukai ga arai, that's like violent or rough or coarse. To, so to makes it a bit like a conditional, I suppose, like if you handle it like roughly. Kanjin. Let's have a look. Okay. Kanjin says, my translator says, essential, fundamental, crucial, vital, or main. So I think in this case it means vital. And it's like kanjin natoki, so it's like at a vital time. In a vital time. Ni is like in a vital time. Yaku ni tatanzo. Yaku ni tatsu means to be helpful. To be helpful, sorry. And so yaku ni tatan is like a negative form of that. So it's like, yeah, so it's like if you handle it like roughly or badly or violently all the time, then it will not be useful when you most need it or during a vital time, I suppose. Is this shojiki? Let's have a look. I think so. Shojiki ite watashi wa kimi ga wazato. Here we go. What's this? Kodogu wo kowashiteiru you ni omoeru no da ga. So he's saying honestly, but if I say honestly, if I speak honestly, shojiki ite watashi wa I kimi ga wazato, you are purposefully, you are on purpose. Kodogu, I think this is like props or tools. Kodogu wo kowashiteiru, you are like always destroying everything on purpose. Yo ni omoeru no da ga. This is like, omoeru is like, I can think. So I suppose Q in this case is kind of saying like it's not unreasonable maybe for me to, you know, Like I'm starting to be able to think that you're doing it on purpose. I suppose is kind of the nuance of that. So yeah, like it happens so often that he's beginning to be able to believe that he's actually doing it on purpose. Anyway, next. Mane penny. Sochi no koujo no kagaku yakuhin wa anata to so show. No, I think this is I show ga ao kamoshiranai wa James buji wo inotteiru wa yo. So we've got Sochi, or like that, or that over there. Excuse me. Sochi no koujo, so that factory or facility. No, kagaku yakuhin, chemical like materials, or chemical like medicines, or chemical materials. Yeah, I suppose, isn't it? Chemical materials. Anata to, like with you. Aisho, this is like compatibility. I think aisho. Affinity, compatibility. Anata to aisho ga ao kamoshiranai wa. So it's like, yeah, you probably like, you match compatibility wise. So it's kind of saying like, you know, you'll probably, what's the word? How do you explain this in English? Anata to aisho ga ao kamoshiranai. It's sort of like, yeah, you're going to get on very well, I suppose, doesn't it? It's kind of like getting on like a house on fire, but in this case it's probably like a kind of a literal sense with the fire. Like, you know, you're probably going to, yeah, like, what's the word? I don't want to say arouse each other, but, you know, you're going to like, yeah, probably going to end up blowing the facility up, basically. And then kamoshiranai basically just means probably. Or maybe, I suppose. Probably is a better one. Kamoshiranai wa. And then James buji wo inotteiru wa yo. So buji just means like no thing. So I suppose you could translate it as like no ordeal, or no bad thing, or it kind of means safe, doesn't it? It means safe. Buji wo inotteiru wa yo, so I'm praying for your safety. Inou is pray. And then yeah, so James buji wo inotteiru wa yo. Alright. Let's try this mission. The excuse me, the infamous invincibility cheat. Oh dear, this is really hard with a C stick. Nice. Let's say I nailed it. Shit. Oh! Where's the armor in this level? Because I'm sure I'm going to need it. Whoa there! Okay, this is stupid. Just use the machine gun. I guess that's the small the small armor. Looked like the small armor, didn't it? Don't even know where the big armor is. Easy lads. They all do this. They all do that. Do they do that every time? They're just programmed to do that insane shooting animation. He's in here. Legend. Right. Oh god. So we've got Doku Hakase. So hakase is just doctor, isn't it? Doku hakase. Hayaku nigete kudasai. So we got, I think we covered this, but yeah, hurry up and like run away, please, basically. Doku hakase. Kono security door no ango kaidoku ki wo motte ike. Kogo hitsuyo ni naru kamoshiranai? Buji wo inoru zo. So we just covered this with Moneypenny. She said this, except she used like the continuous form. Buji wo inoru. Oh shit, did I say... I think during Moneypenny's... When I was saying it about Moneypenny, I said pray was ino, which it just isn't. I don't know why I said that. Inoru zo. Anyway. We've basically saying, you know, take this. Yeah, take this, basically. And kogo. I'm guessing that's kogo. But genuinely, I'm not getting results for that. Ato ato. I could write. Nochi nochi. Nochi nochi. Distant future. Well, that doesn't really apply here, so maybe it's ato ato. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, but basically it means later, doesn't it? Hitsuyo, it's like important or required. Ni naru, like will be. Kamoshiranai, probably. So yeah, we got that. Excuse me. Oh, that was it. That's good. So that's... Uh-oh. Seriously, where's the other armor? Chasing me out. What's in here? Awesome. Great. Security Roku Kaijo. Excuse me. Whoa. Alright. Gotta get anything out. Oh. Sobi Nash is unarmed. No weapon. Alright. Excuse me. Okay. Oh. Security Kodo Kakunin. Wait, is that Kakunin? No, that's not Kakunin. What is that? Ninshiki? It's quite hard to read, actually, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that might be Ninshiki. Security Kodo Ninshiki Roku Kaijo. I don't know. Anyway, Kaijo is to like be lifted or to, yeah, to be solved or broken or whatever. Oh god, here we go. Osokatta na. So he's saying we're late. Osoi means late, and then osokatta is like the past tense, and then na is just kind of like a kind of blokey sounding like sentence ender, I suppose. Alright, bro. Koko no tanku wo zenbu kowasu da. So koko here, not tanku, so it just links them together. The tanks here. Wo zenbu, all of them. Kowasunda, destroy. And we've got that unda again, like we had with M. Not M, Q. What did he say? He said saserunda, didn't he? So he's saying kowasunda. Let's just move out of the way a little bit because I don't want to kill him. Wakatta. So that just means I understand, or yes, or for sure, or whatever. Wakatta. Koko made laku ni kireta ze. Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is Bond saying koko made, like until here or to this point. Laku ni is like easily or like without effort. I think. Laku ni koreta. Did I say kireta? I didn't mean to do that. Koreta. This is like potential form of kuru. So it means like I was able to come very easily. So it's like it's been a walk in the park. I suppose he's trying to brag about not taking much damage or whatever. Right, dude? Then he's saying monogoto no hanbun wa unda. So monogoto, I think this is just things, isn't it? You've got mono as in the actual like physical version of the word thing, and then koto as in the conceptual version of the word thing. And I suppose together, both together, it just means everything. I'm going to look that up because I know what the English is for this, right? He's saying like half of everything is luck. So maybe monogoto. Oh yeah, monogoto, things or everything. So monogoto no hanbun. So hanbun, this is, han is like half, bun is like a share or a certain, you know, proportion of something. So this is half of everything. Wa unda. So this means luck. Unda. I should probably set these bombs up. Ato no hanbun wa. So ato no hanbun. So this is, ato is like, yeah, the remaining, isn't it? The remainder. So the remaining half. How about the remaining half? It's basically saying. And then he's saying unmei-sa. Unmei is like fate. Or perhaps destiny or something. Does Oromov say anything? Genuinely forgotten. Go on, Trev. He does. Okay. So he's Ju wo stete yukkuri kochi e koi. Interesting. So Ju is gun. Well, steru means to throw away or dispose of. So Ju wo stete yukkuri kochi. So yukkuri is like at a leisurely pace or relaxingly or steady or slowly, I suppose, in this case, isn't it? Yukkuri kochi means over here, towards me, towards where I am. Kochi e koi. So koi is just like a, you know, imperative form of kuru. It means, yeah, come here. Like, it's quite strong. Let's just blow up these bombs. Is there anything else to be said? Okay. What's going on here? He's saying kamau na. So kamau is like to worry or whatever. So, and then na is like a, yeah, kind of a very strong way of saying don't. So he's like saying don't worry, don't concern yourself. And then he's saying tanku o bakuha. No, what is he saying? Yeah, bakuha. Tanku o bakuha shiro. So yeah, blow up the tanks basically. And this is the shiro that I kind of mentioned maybe in the dam one. This is a very strong imperative. It's like shiro. It's like effing do it sort of thing. So I've done that and he's been shot. Is that all the missions? Yeah, I just got to get out. Okay, nice. Stay away from me, boys. Just look at my stats for fun. Cool. We covered this in the last video, so I won't go over it again, but yeah, that's the facility done. Again, thanks for watching. Hope it was useful. Hope you learned something, and see you next time.